Hi everyone, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the light bringers, and the soulpreneurs of this world to live their most magical life. Today we are going to dive into this week's energy. What do you need to know about this week's energy? And how can we best navigate this energy? And I really feel like we've been in such a period lately of asking questions, whether those are questions for ourselves and about our own life path. It's been such a period of reflection, and hopefully too we've been asking questions on a collective level. I feel really called to talk a little bit about this today, and my own journey with asking questions. Well, I've always asked questions. I've always intuitively felt things out. I've always followed the process of my own intuition. Hi Mom, thanks for watching. But with everything that we've had going on in the world, I really started to find myself asking a lot of questions. I think if you're somebody who is tuned into their intuition, there has to be a part of you that's taking a look at everything that's being presented to us, in the mainstream media and just kind of all over. And there has to be a part of you that's taking a look at some of this and saying, something doesn't quite feel right here. Okay, so that's what I want to start with. And so what I'm really hoping to encourage, because it's so in alignment with what we have going on with this energy, is for you to begin to ask your own questions. Hi Melissa, thanks for watching. So I want you to start to ask questions. I want you to start to ask yourself, does something feel off to me? Does something feel like it's not being presented accurately? Or, I think we need to take a look. What I'm really saying is, what's going on beneath the surface level? What's going on behind the scenes? What are maybe some of the motivations that are driving some of the information that's being presented to us? What's going on here? Does it feel like there's more to the story? And I'm really going to leave it at that for now, because what I want you to do is I want you to really invite those questions in. We are stepping into Mercury retrograde on Thursday. I got that wrong last week. I said we started on the 12th, which the shadow we started, I believe, but we're stepping into that fully on the 18th. And so we really are, that is always such a period of reflection. Hi Erin, thanks for watching. So it's such a period of reflection, and it's a time for us to, like, we haven't been reflecting enough already, right? But it is a chance for us to kind of process things, and through that process find some clarity on the other side of it. So it might be a little foggy. You might be finding yourself asking a lot of questions about your life, about your other Erin, about your life path, about the state of the world, about information that's being presented to you. You might just find yourself asking a whole lot of questions, and I encourage it, because I think through the questions come answers, and I think with every answer we get, we have more questions, but it's all part of the process, and it's helping to guide us, it's helping to show us. And I think asking questions is going to be truly the ideal way, because when we're really stuck in knowing what we know, we prevent ourselves from learning more, from expanding our consciousness. And it's so important right now for us to be working on raising our consciousness from this level, this 3D level that we're at, to this 5D level that we're at, because I've been talking a lot about us really energetically. There's such a battle right now, such a war. Hi Kathy, between the light and the dark. Right? It's genuinely this energetic war that's going on right now, and we really want to focus on, how do I become a warrior of the light? And that is working on raising your vibration, expanding your awareness, working on connecting with this 5D energy, because this 5D energy is really, this consciousness level is really beyond the negativity, and it really helps us to release fears. It helps us to be at a level that is above fears and not so impacted by the heavy negative seemingly really challenging circumstances that we have going on our planet. right now. So this is something that we all need to be working on, and working on how do I help myself to connect to my light, to connect to the light every single day. How do I help myself to feel my best, mind, body, and soul? That's really, really key right now for you to do your part in expanding your consciousness, and then asking questions is the other piece of that. So I really encourage that. That's going to be something that we're going to be doing over these next few weeks or so, and expanding upon. So I'm excited to hear about the answers that are coming up for you and the clarity that's coming up for you as we allow this process to happen. Like I said, I don't think it'll happen right away, but it will happen. It will come through the exploration of these questions. So I want to take a look at the cards that we have for this week. And the first card that we have here is the 8 of Fire reversed. Okay, so this is really about like getting clear on your goals, getting clear on what it is that you want in your life, and being really clear about if the people and the circumstances in your life are in alignment with that or not. This is really suggesting that there may be some circumstances or some people or some things that you have signed yourself up for that are not in alignment with the goals and the direction that you want to move in your life. So one of these questions, one of the things that we need to be exploring right now is, what direction do I want to take my life in? What goals do I have for my life, and what is in alignment with that and what is not? What do I need to release in order to allow me to be more on my path, more in moving in the direction of these goals? So we also have this Chariot card, and I think we pulled the Chariot last week as well. The Chariot is very much about movement. Moving forward. And this is interesting as we're entering a week of retrograde, which tends to be kind of a pause in things. But we are seeing this, things kind of starting to open back up, and people starting to be able to do more things. And so there is kind of this movement in this area. So we are seeing some movement. And I do feel like this is going to feel a little different from a typical Mercury retrograde. I feel like this is going to be a little bit of forward movement, taking time to pause, reflect, and explore. But also there's going to be some forward movement here. And I can remember doing all of the monthly tarot scopes, which, by the way, all of those are up for all signs up on my YouTube channel. So check those out for the month of June. But I remember doing those, and a lot of the signs really had a lot of movement throughout the month. So we have that going on, and I think we want to take advantage of that. This is kind of a unique energy, and I think that we're going to see ourselves making slow but steady progress through this time period. Now, the next card that we have here is the Renewal card reverse. Okay, so this is us really reviewing and evaluating what it is that needs to be changed. Do we need to move in a new direction in our life? Do we need to shake things up a little bit? Do we need to make a change that will help us to be more in alignment with our best life path? So what changes is that going to require, and how do we get there? How do we make those changes? How do we get ourselves on that path? The more actions that we are taking that assist in this, the better. Okay, but you're going to want to take some time to use this time to reflect, to explore. What is it that I need to do? How do I need to move in a new direction? Do I need to move in a new direction? What things am I thankful for in my life that I don't want to clear out, but what needs to be shifted? What needs to be cleared? What needs to be adjusted? Taking a look at all of those things. Now we have this King of Fire reversed. Okay, so this for me is like very much like you might feel a little foggy, you might feel a little disconnected, you might this might not be a time where you're like going, especially in relation to your work. Okay, and in relation to the things that you're putting your time and energy into. It's going to be more of a reflection, a pause. Like I said, we still have that Chariot energy, so that is moving us forward, but I don't feel like this is going to be a highly active, focused time that we're like hustling hard every single day for most of us. It's really going to be allowing ourselves to just let some of these ideas and these thoughts and these questions marinate in our minds so that we can find this clarity. The next card that we have here is the Justice card, and I almost feel like I pulled this too last week, okay? So justice being served on something that maybe you've been waiting for, things beginning to feel balanced, things beginning to feel fair in some way. If you have some type of a court type situation, this can be a moving forward of this. So anything in relation to that, but this is about justice being served. This is about also us honoring what we know is right, okay? So making sure that when you're responding to situations, that you do the right thing, that you do what is in alignment with your beliefs and your values, okay? Because if we can do that, then we're going to set ourselves up for a much happier life, and a life where we don't have to deal with like the backlash of the karma, right? You have to really think about the energy that you're putting out there, and when you are, the energy that you are putting out there is the energy that you are receiving back. So if you're out there putting out a lot of stuff, doing a lot of things that you know aren't necessarily the right thing, or things that feel high vibrational, that feel like good energy, then really think about that, really shake that up, really change that up, so that you are receiving a better energy back, and quite frankly, so you're feeling better about yourself. It doesn't feel good to be unkind to people. I don't care who you are. Like deep down, if you really look at that and how that truly feels to you, it doesn't feel good. So wherever there needs to be tweaks with that, we're gonna all work on that a little bit. So the next card that we have here is the 10 of Water. So this is really saying to me, this is like my happy family card, okay? But this is saying to me kind of that although we're going through this reflective period, I feel like this is kind of like we're gonna find happiness, joy, comfort, peace at home, with our people, with our family, with our extended family, with those people that we consider to be family. We're just gonna find such comfort and peace in that. And I think, you know, for me, through this quarantine time, I have found such an appreciation for just being able to be around people, and such a reminder of how important that is. And so I think we can all sort of embrace this appreciation energy. And so us spending time with family, us feeling content just in our day-to-day life, finding the magic, finding the joy in day-to-day life. I think that this is really saying that as much as there's a lot going on and a lot going on with the energy, we're going to find like our little pockets of happiness, okay? And especially around our people. And this last card that we have here is the Hermit card, okay? The Hermit card is all about reflection. And I just, by the way, anything that's part of a reading, I always say is, that happens during a reading is part of a reading. And I just had this big old butterfly come right up to my window. And so this is really my symbol for metamorphosis and change, okay? So like we are becoming the hermit in a positive way, right? Not isolating ourselves, but taking space and time to allow ourselves to ask all these questions and to explore and to find clarity. It's about self-discovery here with the Hermit card, right? But what we're coming out of this is a metamorphosis. You know, there's a true metamorphosis that's coming out of this. We are going in caterpillars and coming out butterflies, right? So this is beautiful, and this is something to really look forward to. And that really is the ideal when we're going into Mercury retrograde, is to be able to do that, to come out the other side with clarity and feeling like we've evolved, and feeling like we've done work on ourselves, and feeling like we've grown and understand things from a different perspective. So I invite you to see the beautiful things about this energy. A lot of people complain about it, myself included sometimes, when we have retrograde, but it really is a gift, and it's an opportunity for us to get clear on things and to handle whatever needs to be handled. So those are your messages for this week. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. If you guys want to learn more about me or about clarity, you can check me out at discoveryyourawakening.com. If you guys like this video, make sure you hit that like button. I always appreciate you sharing the video, and I love to hear from you guys in comments below. I'll see you soon with another video. Take care, guys.